Lexis and structure. Under this lexis and structure, like I said earlier, we have 3 parts. I have divided the lexis and structure section into 3 parts, and we have that of grammar, we have that of synonyms and antonyms, and the last part, which is idiomatic expression. We are now on the grammar section. Questions are set on the appropriate use of tense, the appropriate use of preposition, and the placement of items in describing things, and the rest of it under grammar. And so we will start from 2017 like we did for others. Now to 2017 questions. The instruction reads, from questions 41 to 50, choose the option that best completes the gap. Question 41. Mrs. Audu wept when she discovered that she had lost her dash rings. Options: A. Very expensive wedding gold. B. Gold wedding very expensive. C. Gold very expensive wedding. And D. Very expensive gold wedding. The focus is on wedding ring, and so automatically wedding should come immediately before rings, and that settles the issue of placing wedding. Then we go to the other aspect, which has to do with the make, or the texture, or the nature of the gold. So we have gold. So if it is silver, if it is gold, plastic, and so on, it should come before wedding. So we can have lost our gold wedding ring. Then we'll move to the next one, which is talking about the quality. Is it expensive? Is it cheap? So we have arrived at expensive. And the last one, we have very. Very is talking about the intensity of the quality. Is it very? Is it fairly? Is it quite? And so on. So the arrangement should be the gravity of the quality, followed by the quality, and then the texture, then the purpose of the name attached to the ring. So that is wedding. So we have a very expensive gold ring as the appropriate way of describing such. So the adjectives come in sequence. So you have them arranged in this sequence of a very expensive gold wedding rings. So we have option D as a final answer. Question 42. Dash apologized or face the consequences. The verb there is in the past form, and that is apologized. Here we have we should have the use of had, which is usually followed by a past tense, and that is why we are going to pick option B as a final answer, which is you had better apologized or face the consequences. Option B. Question 43. Your driving was very dangerous. Dash. Option A. You might even have been killed. B. You may have been killed even. C. You may have been killed. And D. You even might have been killed. Here we are going to pick option A, which is you might have been killed, meaning that the person has not been killed, but it was possible the person was killed during the dangerous driving. So option A is the final answer. Question 44. Although he tried hard, the journalist couldn't get dash information. Information here, it should be expressed in the singular form. And so when we are qualifying or when we are quantifying information, it is more appropriate to make use of much. So much, which is option D, is made use of. You cannot say several information. You cannot say and, because you are talking about information that is more than one. Then you cannot say many information. So we have much information, which is more suitable in the context. Option D is the final answer. Question 45. This is my dash A. This in that context indicates singular form, and so we have is as well, which is a singular auxiliary verb. So this is indicating singular, and so whatever should be in between my and A should be indicated in a the singular form as well. So we have option A, uncles, which is plural. Option B, uncle but without the possessive s. Option C, uncles, it is indicating singular and then the possessive s is there. Option D, uncles, this option indicates that there are many uncles who own the heir, which is just one. So this is wrong. We have option C as the answer. Option C reads uncle, uncles, and uncles is indicating that you have one uncle whose ear you are pointing at. Question 46. Dash any rate, he tackled problem courageously. Here we have in as option A, B at, C by, and D for. The appropriate preposition is at, and that is option B. So we can have at any rate, he tackled problem courageously. Question 47. Though Amina was very well paid, dash. Options: since she was always short of money. B, but she was always short of money. C, and when she always short of money. D, she was always short of money. Here we have a conditional, we have a dependent clause on the one that we are going to choose as our answer, and the dependent clause indicates that the other part is positive, and so the other one, dependent clause, is trying to indicate the result of what is said in the other part, in the first part. So we have she was always short of money. She was always short of money, but we have though Amina was very well paid. So the fact that she was very well paid does not mean that she always had money. That is what the sentence is talking about. Question 48. I could understand how she slept, dash the opera. Options: A, through, B, on, C, off, and D, among. The answer is through, because you have to, you sleep through the night, you sleep through the day, you sleep through anything. So sleep through should be the appropriate preposition. Question 49. My teacher asked me dash. A, if the food is ready. B, if the food was ready. C, is the food ready? D, whether the food is ready. The sentence is trying to report what the teacher said. So since it is a reported speech, you are going to have everything the teacher said in past tense or even in past participle, depending on how you are expressing it. So any form of present tense cannot be reflecting in the reported speech. So if the food is ready, is in that context is wrong, because the teacher asked in the past. If the food was ready, this is correct because it indicates past tense. Option C, is the food ready? This is not a reported speech because is coming after me, and which should not be. The arrangement of words in that sentence is not grammatical. And then option D, whether the food is ready. This is also wrong because you have a present tense marker, which is. So our final answer is option B. Question 50. No one was killed in the disaster, though dash were injuries. Options: A, there. The option, the there we are talking about in option A is a pronoun, plural pronoun. Option B, they. The they is also a plural pronoun, which should not be what we are looking for. Option C, there. There is the appropriate item to be inserted in the gap, and so we are choosing there. There were injuries. So option C is the final answer. 2016 UTM Use of English, and the paper type is the CBT questions. So I will begin from question 66, where we have the grammar aspect of the question. We have question 66. The book will sell in dash: A, hundreds of thousands; B, 100,000; C, hundreds of thousands; and D, hundreds of thousands. The answer to this question is hundreds of thousands, and that is option C. Question 67. We must be ready to cater for dash: A, the poor and the needy. Here, poor is wrong because of the S. Poor is a collective noun which refers to those that fall into the category of being poor. Option B, poor and needs. Needs in that context is wrong because it should be needy and not needs. Option C, the poor and needy. This is correct because it adopts the appropriate nouns to qualify the people in this category. Option D, poor and needs. This is wrong because you cannot have poor and needs. So our final answer is option C. Question 68. After a 3-day meeting, 2 presidents issued a dash calling for peace: A, bulletin; B, memorandum; C, communique; and D, directive. Bulletin is actually a publication that gives out information about an organization. Memorandum is more like a letter, but different from a letter because it is circulated within the organization. Communique is read or said after in the end of a meeting, symposium, conference, and so on. While directive is an order or a means through which things must be done, or it could be a command, directive. Our final answer is option B, which is memorandum. Memorandum is distributed within the organization for the purpose of passing information to people. Question 69. Timi has gone to Lagos and he will be back in dash time. Option A, choose which.